Alrighty, guys. I'm Morthadon, bringing you guys Boruto episode 22. And also this is the week I'm doing the double drop episode to make up for when I was sick. So you'll also be seeing 23 being uploaded, either right as you see this one or right after. It depends on basically what I'm gonna do is, I'm actually recording these early, so it gives me more time to edit. Usually I record and edit on the same day, but when it's 2 episodes, I can do it, but it is a lot of time invested. So I decided to record a little early, which is a little bit different for me, and that way I can record today and edit tomorrow. But it really depends because I'll be uploading all of them at the same time, probably, and then I'll probably have them all set up unless I get distracted. But sometimes I get distracted, so I might only finish one, which will delay the second one by only an hour, maybe, at the most. So, but yeah, so you guys will see 22 and 23 being brought up on the same day. And then we will be going back to the one episode format with occasional two drops here and there. But yeah, so episode 21 was a crazy episode. We had the conclusion to the cliffhanger of 20, where Sarada met Sasuke. Sasuke thought she was one of the evil people, since she activated her, well, from the sounds of the conversation between Sakura and, I don't remember her name, but the lady that was always with Tsunade, um, it sounded like, Sarada already had her Sharingan activated before this situation, and being emotional just brought it out again, is what it seems like. So that wasn't the first time she activated it, but I believe it was the first time we've seen it. But I might be wrong on that, but the conversation did, kind of lean towards that, and so yeah, basically, because those were out, Sasuke thought that she was someone else, but luckily that whole thing got concluded quickly. I sometimes get wrapped up in reviewing the older episode, and I talk too long about it, but I'll try not to do that. And then we had a little bit of a fight between both the Shins. They share the same name, because I have that theory where the younger looking one is born from him. They pop out of his arms and stuff that have all the eyes on them. But that's just one of my theories. But yeah, so we had a pretty cool fight there, and then Sarada almost got captured, and Sakura pushed her out of the way and got captured instead. And we left off with Sakura being in the den of evil, and we gotta see where our ninja heroes go from here. I had the thought that either Naruto will send a clone off with the kids to go back to the village, or I also had a thought after. I didn't talk about this in my other video, so I want to say this real quick, and then we'll just get into the episode. I had a thought where, so Naruto can't transfer his thoughts between his clones, right? All he can do is make one poof, and then whatever's happened in that one's experience goes to the main body. So there's no way he can just be because I'm pretty sure he left a clone behind in the village. But I'm pretty sure he can't that clone won't know what's going on yet, or won't know ever, I guess. So it can't just tell Shikamaru, but I wonder if they have a system in play where if the clone disappears, then Shikamaru knows something is wrong. That'd be a really cool system. And I have a feeling it's not going to be that, but I thought that would be really cool. So like all of a sudden the clone at the Leaf Village disappears, and Shikamaru is like, "Crap, we need to send a team out." That'd be really cool. But maybe the kids will go back to the village and tell them what's up. But if they leave them alone, that leaves a chance to have them be captured too. So I don't know what they're gonna do. So let's find out. Let's not talk for any longer. Sorry about that, guys. Um, Alrighty, so we are gonna start the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Oh boy. Alright. Yep, and she's just in deep. He's hurting though, so I guess that's good. So they really only care about the Uchiha for the most part. I don't think he cares. Yep. Oh, so they're made of his teeth. Ugh. Of course. Jeez. It was actually unnerving how easy it was to, like, cut him like that. Alright, intro. Do 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 do. But yeah, that knife, like, sliding through him so easy. It was like, it was no struggle, so it made it like, I don't know why. Joe. I like the song. I'm actually gonna miss, like, I guess the next one might be really good too, but I'm actually gonna miss it when it changes. I think it changes, like, somewhere in the 20s, one of you guys told me. Alright, so we're back with, yep, we're back with them. Wow. Alright. Makes sense, because it was just like Danzo. And that was done with Orochimaru's help as well. All right. Wow. I thought they were. I guess it makes sense that they wouldn't know how to get right there, but damn. Sasuke so cold. All right. I guess that's true. But if they, yeah. Oh, Naruto, you devious one. The heck? So he's able to, like, I know he said teeth, but I guess I missed the organs. So he puts his organs into those parts to, like, protect them? It's so weird. Hmm. Interesting. If he's. Alright, so I guess we're getting his reason behind it. I was actually just thinking about his reason for the Akatsuki. I was gonna say, if he's Orochimaru's, like, underling, why does he care so much about the Akatsuki? Because Orochimaru was part of it for a very short time, but I don't think he really cared about it that much. Pretty cool to see Captain Yamato again, though. It does seem a little weird that they're bringing, like, kids along with them, because last time Naruto couldn't really fight because he's too busy protecting them. You'd think they'd leave them with those ninja to be able to take them back or something. You know, there's them. I'm surprised they're so compliant to just like hang around there, because well, at least the I can't remember his name, but the water swordsman's guy wanted to revive the seven swordsmen. Huh. He looks a little different. Is it just his clothes, or does he have like a new body again? He looks younger, I should say. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, is that a... Alright. Sometimes it's hard to follow Chocho's thought process. She's like comedy relief for these, like, intense situations. I can't believe he's still allowed to do these experiments. Like, what the heck? Yo. Huh. Interesting. I mean, it's kind of true, in a way. That's just basing your life off looks, though. It was like a very quick exchange for his backstory. It's just like, okay, I understand his backstory now. Like, I guess you don't really understand his whole life. Interesting. What was that about? Oh, I wish I knew how he worded that now. How's your kid doing, or how's the kid doing? Well, sorry. Does he know how to do that? I mean, I guess he's been there for a while. They just have Karen's umbilical cord sitting in a drawer? What? Frickin' Orochimaru. Really? I like how he just runs away. He's like, oh, a kid's crying. I need to get away from that. Damn. So Karen really is. How did this work? There's gotta be more to it, right? I don't want to believe this. She's not my mom. Oh, so she didn't even know she could activate him? Man. I just. They gotta tell her now, right? I feel like there's more to it! He was saved by someone that wasn't family. Is that what it's gonna do, maybe? Gotcha. Yeah. Damn. Sorry I'm not saying much, guys. I'm just like. I'm blown away by, like. I'm in denial right now. I don't. I want to believe there's more to it than it, like. Oh, that's adorable. uh. Yeah, you do. Oh, she's calmed down. That's good. Sorry about that. Is it? Is, is he hiding? Is he hiding because of what he revealed? I didn't realize she was surrounded by blades too. Is that's it? Wow. Ah. Hmm. Man. Like the this episode did something weird to me this time where I didn't know what to say. Like that was some pretty cool visuals right there. Alright, so are we gonna get after credits? Nope, preview. Alright. So we are not gonna watch that. Wow. Alright, guys. So I want to apologize for not talking a lot during that reaction because it just from the moment they brought this whole thing up, I didn't think it was true. I thought it was just a kid like overreacting, you know? So when that positive match came up and we found out that she is technically, I guess her DNA matches Karen's, but I still feel like there's more to it. But I was so like mind blown that like I was like speechless trying to think of like I was trying to read what was going on and I was trying to think of what it could have been. Like and I didn't say a lot out loud, I feel like maybe looking back like when I go to edit it it won't be as bad. But I kind of feel like I didn't react as well to this episode just because I was so mind blown. But Man, that's crazy. Um, so on top of having this whole Shin Uchiha thing going on, which is someone that is a former like disciple of Orochimaru. Of course, everything leads back to Orochimaru. Um, and his like genes were able to like adapt to anything, I guess, or something like that, which is why he was able to put the Sharingans like all over his body and clone himself the way he does. They gave the example of like a shadow clone that doesn't just poof; it's like actually alive, which is interesting. I wonder if it's made that easily, you know? I imagine not, since it contains his body parts, or is it like clones of his body parts? But if it was clones of his body parts, then why doesn't he have any teeth? Unless it's made from his teeth and an organ, like both together. Like two things to make one. Then maybe he can get the organ back, but he can't get the tooth back? I don't know. I don't know exactly how the whole thing works with him. It's kind of interesting. Uh, but yeah, that's. I'm trying to think of what else we had the whole conversation with Sakura and Shin, which I don't really want to pass it off as unimportant, but it was just kind of like it gave us insight into his ideology where if I understood all of what was said in that brief time is that he believes that conflict is what sparks human evolution. And there's not much conflict right now, or maybe none really at all, aside from, you know, him causing trouble. And he believes that that is put like a pause on human evolution. So his goal is to revive the Akatsuki and cause conflict again, basically, in order for humans to evolve. One second. Oh man, I still have this congestion in my chest, and every now and then it like affects my breathing. As I breathe, I can like feel it, and I have to cough to clear it up. It's really annoying. It just doesn't want to go away. But then after I cough, I'm perfectly fine. But yeah, so I'm trying to think about what it could be. So Orochimaru said there's a bunch of different theories I have regarding like this Sarada stuff. So, first of all, Orochimaru said something to Naruto, which I'm not sure if it's connected to Sarada or not. He said, I forget how he worded it, and I'll see it again when I edit, so I'll probably know for the next, next week. I won't know for episode 23, because I'll be watching that right after I end this video. But basically, he said he either said your kid, like how's your kid doing, or how is the kid doing, because it was interesting since Naruto replied with saying the kid is doing fine, which is a very weird way to say it. Like, you'd say Boruto is doing fine, or, oh, I can't think of her name now. His daughter, he'd say, like, her name is doing fine, not the kid is doing fine, which I believe is a writing choice to make us not know what he's talking about. If it's one of his kids, I'll be a bit disappointed by that, because that's just like intentionally leading us away. But I can kind of understand it if it's someone else. And I don't know if that's connected to Sarada. So maybe Sarada had a problem when she was a baby, and somehow Karen helped. So we know that, and that's why like Orochimaru was saying like he helped out is because Karen is with him. But we know Karen has the power for someone to bite her and heal. But if Sarada was like not healthy as a baby, could they have like used Karen to heal her? And maybe that's why Karen's like DNA is in her, is because of that like healing. That's like a wild theory I just came up with. And that's why Orochimaru was asking about like the kid. There's always a theory that Sasuke, for some reason, did sleep with Karen and had Sarada, and Karen didn't want the kid or something. I don't know, but and so Sakura was the one that ended up raising her. But I feel like that's like Karen having the kid and Sakura raising is the most like generic like cop out, I guess, way the story could go. And I don't like the idea at all. But I already don't like the idea that they're keeping it a secret. But I also don't know who is in on it. So now that she knows this much, are they still gonna try to keep it a secret? Whatever it is, you know, like, they need to 100% come out and say what happened, now that she knows this much. So that'll be interesting because Naruto might not have anything to do with it. So we might find out in the future that Orochimaru is talking about one of his kids. So the few things I thought about was Boruto's eye might have something to do with Orochimaru. But I feel like Naruto would know about his eye if that was the case. But maybe Orochimaru's, like, whatever Orochimaru did, this is like a side effect that even Orochimaru doesn't know about. So that way Naruto wouldn't know about it either. Or Naruto's daughter, which I don't know what it would have been. She did awaken her Byakugan like really early, but I don't see why she would need to be taken to Orochimaru for that. So it might be something revealed later for one of those two. Or I also thought it might have been the girl that from the first arc, the class rep, the one with Due. Maybe he helped with something with her, because she had like the things, was it the thing's eye, or was it just a marked or something where she knew like Nue was alive, and maybe Naruto brought her to Orochimaru to get her some help, and that's what they're talking about. Or it could be something they haven't shown at all in the series yet. But those are my theories for that conversation between Orochimaru and Naruto. And now, do I have other theories about Sarada? I feel like I thought I had more theories about Sarada than that. Because a lot of those were based off the conversation, but so they had Karen's umbilical cord, which is really freaking weird. I mentioned it in the episode, but that's so weird that they just have that. And it's just in like a box. Like, you'd think it'd be like in a freezer or something. Like, how does it stay okay in a box? Like maybe that is a real like scientific thing where your umbilical cord can just sit in a box and be fine, but I figured it would like rot or something nasty after a while. Um but Sarada's genes matched Karen's umbilical cord. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't really have any other theories. I just have the hope that they'll explain this all now. And I obviously hope Sarada says something, you know? Like, she hasn't had a problem confronting her mom about this stuff yet, so I hope she does. Uh, and I hope Sakura gives a real story this time. Like, yes, you were adopted kind of thing, or no, this is what happened. It was a complication during your birth, and we need to do this and that, and that's why your DNA matches, Karen's, or who knows. But but yeah, damn. So I don't know how I feel about Shin Uchiha now. I guess I'll talk about him a little bit before we move on to the next episode. Um, his story seems like so I was really intrigued by his story when it was first introduced. How there's like more Sharingan users and stuff. But now that this was revealed, I'm now seeing that this conflict with Shin Uchiha is almost like a side thing to give us some entertainment while it does this arc about Sarada. That's the way it feels. It feels like this is Sarada's arc. This is all about her finding the truth about what happened and coming to terms with it. Oh yeah, I also want to mention real fast that when when Naruto heard all that, he seemed confused. Like he seemed to act confused, and he said he had to talk to Sasuke. Like he thought Sasuke really did sleep with Karen, which I feel like that might not be what happened because Sasuke like wouldn't give Karen the time of day. Like, I mean, I obviously could be wrong. He grew up and changed a bit, but um, but yeah, so Naruto seemed genuinely confused about that. So I think if anything, Naruto doesn't know the real story either. But we'll see about that later. But for Shin Uchiha's thing, it feels like a side story now. It's not as deep as I thought it would go. I thought it would have like deeper ties to the Uchiha. Um, but it's really just like another Orochimaru experiment that just needs to be dealt with. It feels like, and now the Sarada conflict seems like the main focus point, which is I probably should have predicted since the whole thing started with Sarada, um, wanting to go on this, journey. But yeah, so that's interesting. This whole thing is interesting, but um, there's no use trying to predict what's gonna happen. To resolve this conflict because it might get resolved next episode, which I'm watching right after this. So I think I'm gonna call it there, guys. I'm gonna mention it at the start of the next episode, but because I didn't mention it at the start here because I forgot. But my Patreon is up, so if you guys are interested in full-length timer-based reactions, you can go check out my Patreon. Or if you're just interested in supporting me, right now it's really only full-length timer-based reactions that's on there. And then eventually I'll be doing polls once I have enough patrons to do polls, to pick shows to replace, the 3 slots that I have going. As shows finish, I'll run polls to see. like what show I should watch next. I have some other ideas for features that I've been working on too to expand on this, so we'll see what happens there. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one, which will be in a second anyway. See you guys.